have been my biggest supporter since day one throughout my entire scouting journey and throughout my entire life. I'd also like to thank the adults in Troop 30, especially Mr. Ross, who has been an incredible leader of this troop the whole time I've been here. And I'd like to thank all the members of Troop 30 who have made this community really special and really incredible. I'd like to thank all the people who helped out throughout, from my troop throughout my Eagle project, and especially Jeff Zhang, who was really instrumental because he came to every single one of my Eagle work days, and so he helped me out a lot. I'd also like to thank Mr. Frale, who is my Eagle advisor. He was really helpful, and he was really an instrumental part of my success throughout my project. Alright, so when I finished Cub Scouts, I was a little unsure of whether I'd want to continue my scouting journey to Boy Scouts. So I remember I had my Arrow of Light, and afterwards, me and my friends were deciding which troop to join. And so first on the list was Troop 30. And so the plan was to look around at the troops in the area, join them for a day, a troop meeting, and see which one was my favorite. And so when I showed up to Troop 30, I just remember, I don't really remember much, it was a couple years ago, but I remember by the end of the night I had had so much fun that I had canceled all my other trips to other troops, and I said, this is the one I want to join. And so, probably one of my best decisions ever. I just really love the community here at Troop 30, and I think the people here have made my experience throughout scouting super memorable and fun, and I think I've met some of the best people I've ever met in this troop and throughout my experience in scouting, like through meeting people from other troops in the OA and going on high adventures with people in my troop. So I guess I have to say, if there was one thing I'd tell my younger self, it was that I was a little afraid to branch out early in my scouting journey and to kind of sign up for these big daunting trips and challenges like week-long camping trips. But those ones, all the ones I've been through, like Philmont, Northern Tier, Emerald Bay, they've been just such incredible experiences, and they've really, really genuinely changed my life for the better. So I just want to say, thank you to all the people in the scouting community, Troop 30, for making my experience so great. Thank you. Next up, I'd like to invite Ryuto Siroka.
Thank you all for being here today. Firstly, I'd like to thank my parents who supported me, not just through my scouting journey, but throughout my entire life. I also like to thank all the adult leaders in Troop 30, Mr. Ross, Mr. Tran, my Eagle Scout advisor. I love every adult who's driven me on a camping trip, and and I also like to thank all the scouts in Troop 30 who made this experience really fun. I remember being 14 years old, leading my very, when I think back on my first time in Boy Scouts, there are so many memories that come to mind. But the most powerful ones are the ways in which scouting has shaped me into a better citizen of the world. When I first joined scouting, I really wasn't sure what it entailed. I joined Cub Scouts for the final years of the Weeblos and Arrow of Light Scout, and I didn't think I got as much as I could out of it just because I was in Cub Scouts for so long. So coming to Troop 30, I really was still fresh to scouting. One of the things that surprised me was the fact that at the very first troop meeting, it was an adult leader leading the meeting, but another scout. And on top of the scout meetings, it wasn't just every single event, whether it's a service project or a camp out, was led by another fellow scout. Seeing older scouts lead community service projects like this and understanding the true impact we can have inspired me. And I remember being 14 years old and being encouraged by these other scouts and leading my very first community service project. making comfort blankets for children in hospitals through Project Linus at our troop meeting. I can honestly say I don't think I would have taken that initiative on my own if it wasn't for the Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts have taught me the importance of giving back to others and the value of contributing to my community. It's empowered me to be able to give back to my community and take initiative to lead these community service projects. But it wasn't just about service. Scouting has been a lot of fun too. From scuba diving in the Caribbean through sea base and St. Croix to rappelling off of a 100-foot cliff and digging out snow caves to sleep in the Sierras, I've had the opportunity to do things I've never imagined. These experiences have opened my eyes to the world and pushed me beyond my comfort zone in ways that could have made me a more confident and capable person. You've all had a profound impact on my life, and as I move forward, I'll carry the lessons I've learned here in Scouts with me. Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite up Nathan Lee.
Hello everybody. I would like to first thank Mr. Ross and the Scout leaders, Mr. McCauley, my Eagle advisor, and my family and my friends who have supported me, and the adults and Scouts who have helped me through my journey and becoming an Eagle Scout. Your guidance and support have meant a lot to me, and you've helped me grow as both a leader and a scout and a leader through every challenge. So I first joined Scouting as a little Cub Scout, mostly because my friends were doing it and it seemed like a fun after-school activity. However, after graduating from Cub Scouts and becoming a Boy Scout, I've really seen how my whole Scouting journey has impacted me and made me who I am today. One lesson I learned from Scouting is not to be scared of challenges, but instead use them as an opportunity to learn. Scouting wasn't always easy. There were moments when things didn't go as planned, whether it was finding camping opportunities during the pandemic, dealing with the shortage of griddles for the pancake breakfast, or discovering that all the cooking oil had frozen overnight on a camp out. But through every obstacle, I learned to think quickly and adapt. It was fun working through challenges with fellow Scouts and helping each other out. And all these experiences taught me that these setbacks aren't failures, they're opportunities to adapt and grow in perseverance. Looking back, I realized that every challenge has shaped me to become a more confident leader today. To those who are still on their journey, keep going. Embrace the challenges, learn from them, and enjoy every moment. Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite Jared Bowman.
Hi everyone. I'd first like to thank all of the adults who helped me along my journey to Eagle. Most importantly, Mr. Ross, Ms. Date, my mom, my dad, and my previous Scoutmaster from Troop 88, Mr. Blotter. And there are so many more, all of the counselors and everyone else who helped me along my way. As some of you probably know, I originally joined Scouting in Troop 88. However, in 2019, it was discontinued by its chartering organization. I faced a difficult decision. I could either continue with Scouting in another troop, or I could decide that I, had enough, but I was done. I chose to continue in Troop 30, and I'm glad I did. In my new troop, I made friends, and I refound old friends like Kevin and Connor, who I hadn't seen since second grade. Throughout my Scouting journey, I enjoyed a lot of camps. Jado in Meriwether up in Oregon with Troop 88, and Emerald Bay, Northern Tier, and Philmont in Troop 30. My favorite, though, was Northern Tier, where we paddled for 6 days in the solitude of the Boundary Waters. I made so many great memories on that trip, like learning how to fish, waking up at like 3 a.m. to watch the sunrise on the water, and most importantly, the canoe bench pressing competition. Um, and that wasn't my only great experience in scouting. I had so many more, from shooting clay pigeons in Philmont to small boat sailing in Algedo. What I'm really thankful for, though, is not all the fun experiences I had in scouting, though they were great. What I'm really thankful for is all of the experience that scouting has given me. It uses all of those like really fun things to lure you in to, learn real life skills. Things like communication, leadership, and appreciation for hard work. It uses looking back to when I had to choose whether or not to continue with scouting. I think I would have joined Troop 30 in a heartbeat. Thank you.
Thank you, Eagles. And we are very glad that the Bowmans and other families who lost their host troop when the LDS Church left BSA were happy that you joined us and found a spot here. I also like Thomas's story about he came here, I forget which one it was, came to Ryan's story about coming to the troop meeting and just sure this is the place to go. We've got a kind, loving community, and it's all the scouts and it's all the adults, as these Eagles said, that make this happen. We're as strong as the weakest link, and I feel we're a really strong troop because everybody helps and works really hard. Thank you for joining us and helping us make this a special day. Let's stand one more time and give our Eagle Scouts another round of applause. Following the closing flag ceremony, I'd like everyone to please meet in the parish hall across the breezeway for the reception. I want you to pay particular attention. We have a star on stage. He's a younger version of him will be on the video playing taps. For that, I'd like to ask Senior Patrol Leader for Troop 30, Sean Payne, and the Troop 30 Color Guard to come up and retire the colors.
Troop attention. Color Guard, advance. Color Guard, retrieve the colors. Scout salute. Color Guard, retreat. Please join me in the Scout law. Scout signs. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and irreverent. 2. Please join me in the outdoor code. Scout signs. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, to be careful with fire, to be considerate of the outdoors, and to be conservation-minded. 2. Troop at ease.
Thank you, everyone. And now would the Eagle Scouts please lead us out of the church?